What's up, y'all? It's your man ES Herman Star back again with another video, and I'm here to do the quarter moon in Virgo reading for the sign of Leo. So you can watch if you have anywhere Leo in your chart, sun, the moon, or rising. I will say that I believe the energy is strongest for the sun signs, of the signs that I will be reading for today, but I am not going to stop you from watching this video. So with that being said, go ahead and watch if you want. If you would like a personal read, you are able to book that by sending me an email. You can find my email in the description box of this video and every video. Just know that there are scammers in this community, so if there's anyone pretending to be me, claiming to be me, offering you anything, it is a scam. I will never reach out to you. You have to reach out to me if you would like that reading. There goes your cards. Okay. We start off with the Page of Cups in reverse. I'm gonna lie, I get tired of seeing this card in reverse, but this is the type of energy a lot of folks, and this isn't applicable just for Leo. In fact, I've seen this more cards. I've seen this in more readings for signs, not Leo, but still in this position. So I'm gonna say that it's more so the energy for, I'm gonna say all of us, but again, I haven't read for all signs, but I will if I get one more subscriber. At least one more subscriber will make it 48. Every 12 subscribers, I do an all signs reading. So hit that subscribe if you're not subscribed. But anyways, this is emotional immaturity. Someone having a creative block as well, which creative blocks can cause emotional immaturity moments. I would know. So I'm not here judging, but I mean, it is something that you would need to get together. I'm guessing this has to do with something of a career of some sort. Maybe I want to pull maybe one more card, just to see. I'm gonna pull it, but I'm gonna read it last. Okay, I pulled one more card for you, but that's gonna be the last card. Now I think it is kind of something to do with your career work. Anyways, we have the Queen of Swords next. So this is someone who is very spiteful, but someone very gullible as well. Now, queens aren't supposed to be gullible. You know, queens can be very stern, but there's a difference between stern and spitefulness. You know, the stern aspect is, you know, yeah, you can, if you have to use your sword, you're gonna use it, right? But spiteful is in a sense of, again, you pair that with emotional immaturity. Someone could be telling you something you don't want to hear, and now you using that sword against them. You're lashing out against them. So it's like, it just seems as though maybe it's a work situation where you think that you have a boss or co-workers or someone who's just getting on you and being an a-hole, when in actuality you're not necessarily pulling your weight, probably, or you're not being on your A game. You know, you're not living up to your fullest potential, and people are telling you about it. Simple as that. They're not being mean, but you're taking it as offense. You know, ultimately, you know, it's your decision. And I get it. We don't like hearing things we don't like to hear about ourselves, you know, whether in work, in our relationships, life in general, whatever the case is, you know, some stranger on the internet. But what is true is true. You know, if we're slacking off in work or other areas in our life, we're slacking off. It's a part of having a human existence. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. No other sign that I'm going to read for is perfect. And therefore, it's like this whole idea that, you know, you're being bullied, because I get the sense that you feel as though you're being bullied, you're being picked on. Not just by people in your life, but by the universe in general, but more so maybe people in your life. And I'm here to say, if you were to just switch your perspective around, you know, what's going on for you, would like if you would actually just sit and listen. Let me just say that. Listen to what people are saying. Maybe you take away some insightful information regarding what these folks might be saying about you. Maybe. You have the moon in reverse here. More frustration. But this is also misinterpretation. What I was just saying. I was just saying there might be people in your life, work especially here. And I was just guessing, by the way, when I said work. I had no idea this was going to be like a career reading or whatever. But then you have, this is the card that I pulled, right? You just saw me pull this, right? Ten of Wands in reverse. You know, overworking yourself, really. But, you know, we'll get into that. But the moon card, again, this is you misinterpreting something. This is also the card of dissonance right here, too. Like, cognitive dissonance, I'm going to say. But more so, I'm not cognitive dissonance. And the reason why I chuckled is because actually I'm in this writer group, right? And all I'm going to say is it's a lot of cognitive dissonance going on in that group. I'm not going to spend on more. This ain't about my life here. But I laughed when I saw the moon in reverse. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Anyways, this is again you really misinterpreting what everybody is saying. Honestly, I really think that you believe you're being bullied by the people in your life, specifically at work. I'm gonna say, I don't know what about your family and stuff. It could be a situation. Don't know you, Leo, but it could be a situation to where the people in your life outside of work are actually like, you're just super judgmental of you. You know, I don't see the judgment card or anything, but nonetheless, it could be a situation to where they're super judgmental of you. Just to help you, I'm gonna pull at the bottom of the deck this time to see what's happening. The Tower in reverse. Okay, we'll get to that last. Let me move the Ten of Wands here. And that's it. I ain't going to pull any more cards, but I just felt compelled to pull those two, at least two more cards for you. But still on to the moon in reverse. I get the sense that the people in your life outside of work are actually being super judgmental, bullying you. I'm just going to put it out there. Bullying you, all right? I don't know why I'm dancing around it, bullying you. Like I ain't got shit to do today. I got some stuff to do today, but I'm gonna get y'all readings out. Anyways, the people in your life outside of work are bullying you. You're carrying around this frustration, this anger that you have, which you are justified in feeling that way. But you're carrying that around everywhere you go. So it's now seeping into your work. And now you think that the people at your job are bullying you as well, when in actuality, again, as I stated moments ago, you might be slacking off at work. You're not doing your best. You're not being your best self. And people are, and I feel as though they're noticing it because you're usually the opposite. You're usually the opposite of a slacker. You're usually the opposite of someone who is off their game. And they're simply just saying, hey, Leo, something's not right here. Hey, Leo, you're off. What's going on? What's up? They aren't bullying you. Sure, the people in your life outside of work might be the ones bullying you. Fuck them. But and I really mean that. And I will say why I mean that once I get to the Tower card. Alright? But the people at your job, you know, they're just looking out for your. It's weird because it seems as though, and I say it's weird because anyone who knows me, if you're watching this, you know me, you know I am so anti work, anti-work culture, anti-work, all that. But I call spade a spade all the time. Work or not, it does seem as though the people at your job really do have your best interests at heart, and they care more about you than the people surrounding you outside of work. Take it however it resonates. I'm not saying that this is the case for somebody. I get that sense though. Or everybody, let me put it that way, but I get the sense it is the sense for somebody. And these people calling you out again at work, they're not calling you out to bully you. They're simply saying, hey Leo, this isn't you. Hey Leo, you're normally not a slacker. Hey Leo, you're normally not off your game like this. I know people aren't perfect and people slip up from time to time, but you are slipping. Like, this is some major slippage here, and this ain't usually like you. What's going on? But you're taking that and you're responding with that, and you're lashing out on them as if they're bullying you. And the reason why you're doing that, and I'm saying this, you're lashing out on them, is because you feel as though you can't lash out on the actual people who might be bullying you. And I feel as though it might be a situation to where you either live with these people and you feel as though if you lash out on them, they're going to kick you out, and now you're homeless. It's cold as hell outside. You might be on the northeast as me, so you don't want to be cold and homeless. I've been there. Don't want to do that. So it's like, I get that. But like, I feel as though that's you're keeping yourself quiet, because if you were to actually put this type of energy toward them, they can kick you out. Whereas most people will be like, you have to be quiet when it comes to your job, because if you lash out against them, they could fire you, right? But I don't think that's the type of relationship you have with your job. I think you probably done so much of a great job at your job where you can lash out on them. They're not going to take it personal. You know, it's either that, it's either because you do such great work for them, or because you all just have that type of close-knit relationship. It could be both, where you do great work and you all are close enough to where you all can lash out on each other and not take offense. But you can't necessarily do that with the people outside of your job, because if you do that, they can cut you off, cut off your safety net, essentially. You know? The 10 of Wands symbolize that you are burnt out. It's obvious with the cards before, where you're in this mode of frustration, and burning out is definitely a root cause of all of that, but is a byproduct, let me put it that way, of being mentally and physically drained. But also, this is the card of not seeking help. I think that this is me coming to you as a spiritual being having a human existence to another one. I think that these people at your job, and again, I'm so anti-work, but I'm not going to sit here and act like there aren't jobs or businesses out there who have a great work culture, who have great people working there, who are caring and kind and actually care about the people that work for whatever that establishment is, right? I'm not naive to that. I think you're one of the lucky people in the world who has a work culture that cares. Yeah, they care about productivity, of course. You got to keep the business running. But they also actually do care about the people involved in this. And you're one of the people that they care about. So I feel as though, Leo, if you were to seek out these people at your job, things will start to go right for you. And I mean seek help with whatever is going on within your personal life. It's worth the shot You know what I'm saying? Like, have I done it before? No, I'm not telling you from experience what it is, but I'm going to say here, and you can take it however it resonates, but I'm going to say here that it might be worth a shot to, because it seems as though y'all are already tight enough to where y'all can lash out, or you can lash out on them and they won't take offense, vice versa, possibly. Like, it seems as though you already established, yeah, we're co-workers, or yeah, we work together, but it seems like their relationship kind of does blend lines. In a good way, of course. I'm not saying on some other stuff, but it does seem like it's like there's more crossroads than just I work with her, I work with him, I work with them, you know? It's more than that at this point. And I feel like if you were to seek out help from these people, they would be willing to help out. I'm not saying I said I feel, but I think it's worth a shot, at least giving it a try, to reach out and say, hey guys. But it also entails you getting out of this Queen of Swords, reverse energy, and it entails you to be someone who is clear-minded, someone who says, hey, I get the criticisms, and although I might not like what I'm hearing from y'all, I am going to be very open-minded to hearing what's going on, but I also want to detail y'all why things have been going, why I've been slacking off, essentially. And if you were to do that, again, I feel that that's going to make things more clear to them. They're probably going to be more understanding and more sensitive to the way of how they give these critiques of you, because they're going to know, okay, things aren't going well in Leo's life right now. So this obviously could play a part into why they are, slacking off. They're falling off a bit, Let's be sensitive. Let's be mindful of that. At the very least, let's be mindful of that. And also, again, if you all have that type of relationship, you can reach out to them for guidance, for help, whatever the case is. And it just seems as though they are the type that is very receptive of well, they're going to be very much giving. That's what I meant to say, right? Very much giving to you because of how close you all's relationship is. Alright? I hope y'all understanding what I'm saying. Your last card here, the card I just pulled, or the last card I pulled for you, the Tower, but in reverse. I'm saying, remember when I said fuck those people? This is what I'm talking about. When I said that it might be a situation where you're living with these folks. I'm not saying it could be family. It could be a living situation in general. I don't know your living situation, but it could be a situation where you're living with these folks. And if you were to lash out on them, and they're bullying you again, and if you were to lash out on them, you'd be kicked out. Right? Living with this person, live with these folks, whatever the case is, right? One person, multiple people. You don't want to lash out on them because you're in fear of being kicked out of the apartment, right? Or the house, whatever, right? That's this energy. This energy is say, fuck them. Let it happen. If they kick you the fuck out, they kick you the fuck out. You got to get out of that situation. A change needs to be made. Because they're not going to stop bullying you. But the bullying isn't going to stop if you don't make the changes. The bullying isn't going to stop if you don't confront them. And sure, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Or the likely outcome to happen, at least. But at least you stood up for yourself. And at least the bullying will stop once you get away from them. That's why I said, yo, fuck them. Fuck how they feel. Say how you feel. Confront them. shit hits the fan, shit hits the fan. It could be a situation where they leave. And you're upset not because, you know, you're not homeless, so you're not upset. But you're still up. You're not upset of being homeless because you're not homeless in a situation where they end up leaving. But you're upset because maybe rent is too gang dang high up in there, like it is everywhere, and you can't necessarily afford to pay the rent by yourself. It could be a situation to where they were paying the majority of the rent, or it might be a situation where they were the ones paying the rent, and now you're not paying. You wasn't paying the rent at all, and now since they're leaving, I mean, it's not like you don't have a way to pay the rent if you have a job. Maybe your job don't pay much, but again, seeking out that help could simply just saying, "Hey, y'all, I need a raise. I know I've been slacking off a bit, you know what I'm saying? But I've done so much for this damn job. Y'all acknowledge it. I'm in this situation right now where," and you don't have to go into full detail if you don't want to, but you could be like, "Hey, I'm in this situation right now, and I'm gonna need more money." So seeking help could simply just means, "Hey, I need the raise." Letting it be known, because it's still ultimately up to them to say, okay, Leo deserves a raise, this person deserves a raise, or whatever the case is, right? So it's like, that could be it. But again, you'll never know what happens with this situation if you don't speak up. What is a guarantee is if you continue to be in this energy, you'll continue to be bullied, because it seems as though whoever this person is or these people are, they take pride and they take pleasure in bullying you. And then you don't say anything, but you take it out on people who actually do care about you. Again, people at your job, it seems. Now, if you want to continue on in that, I don't think that's a great energy to continue on in. But I also don't think it's wise. Ultimately, you're going to piss off the very people who actually do care about you, the people at your job. And if you keep lashing out on them, I don't think their patience level is going to be to the point where they are now just going to overlook every time you lash out on them. And also overlook you not necessarily doing the best work you could do, to be honest with you. So, you know, if you want to keep on in this energy, you're just going to keep being bullied and eventually fired. And now you're forced to stay in a situation where you're not safe emotionally, all right, and you're out of work, giving these people or this person another thing to bully you about, to make you feel less than about. And I think that's the reason why they bullying you. Leo, you're such a great worker, it seems as though, at this job, and not just a great worker, but a great person. I get that vibe that I'm speaking to somebody right now. You're such a great person that these people that you're around are jealous of that. So they have to bully you. They have to make you feel less than in a way, so they can feel better about themselves. Now, you wonder why I said fuck them? You can take offense to it still. I don't care. It ain't my fault. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not the one bullying you. I want the best from you. And I want you to look at this situation here and say, hey, and value yourself at the end of the day. I really want you to just value yourself and understand that even if they do kick you out, you can it seems as though you can go to this job. Like I said, you seem like you're one of the lucky individuals that actually has a job to where the people actually do care. Not saying that they care, but they actually do care about the people who work for this establishment. So use that to your advantage. Not to use these folks. And when I'm saying use that to your advantage, I mean actually allow them to show that they care about you. Give them the opportunity, other than giving you a paycheck every week or 2 weeks or a month or yearly or whatever the case is, your pay period is, right? Twice a month, whatever, right? Actually allow them to show you, hey, we do actually care about you, Leo. Seek out that help. Again, that help could simply just mean, hey, listen, I got into it with a roommate or roommates. They're out. I'm in this house. But guess what? I can't afford to pay the rent by myself. I need a raise. I've been doing so much for this damn company. It's about time I've got a raise. I'm not going to make any type of bold predictions on whether you would get it or not. But my little 2 cents, and just take it as that, my little 2 cents, is if they truly do care about you, you will get that raise. Again, this is not a bold prediction. I am not a psychic. Or at least I don't claim to have psychic abilities. This is just my little 2 cents on what I feel as though could be a possible outcome to this situation right here. Alright? And even if it is a situation where they kick you out the house, you have to leave. You're not being bullied anymore. Either or, let that tower fall. Let it fall. But also, the bullying will stop. And you will start to feel better. And that's going to permeate in other areas in your life as well. But the bullying has to stop. And only you are in control of of stopping that bullying. I'm not telling you to do anything wild because I'm gonna end off this video before anyone gets some wild ideas. I'm gonna kill him. No, I ain't tell you to do all of that and say do anything wild to stop the bullying, but confront them for sure. You can confront people verbally, non-violently, and still have an aggressive tone to confronting bullies. Alright? Quite the long one, but I had to get this out for you, Leo. Yeah. Hopefully this helps. If you would like a personal read, you're able to book that by sending me an email. You can find my email in the description box. Just know that there are scammers in this community, so if there's anyone claiming to be me, offering you anything, it is a scam. It is not me. I will not reach out to you. You reach out to me if you want a personal read. Okay? Thank you for watching. Please hit that like. Please comment. Whatever you feel compelled to comment. Share this video with a Leo or anyone in your life. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, of course. Again, one more subscriber will make it the big... Ooh! I got scared by my own ringtone. Hold on, y'all.